Alright, everyone, this is another take of mine, and I figured I'd kind of actually talk about one of the videos that I had recently uploaded, and sure enough, I ended up getting way more views than my typical long-form videos. And that's part of because I censored part of the title. So there you go. We have now learned the game plan. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, sort of. Anyways, I got a comment on it talking about an aura of hatred and alarming aura. It's kind of what red does. It gets your presence and it's alarming. So, yeah, there you go. More on that. In that, the red is the red of Geburah and severity. And so, contrary to popular belief and opinion, Mars does not have to do with the physical aspects of masculinity, at least not in the sense of the physique or, male fertility, virility, sexuality. Geburah is on the pillar of severity, so that would correlate to willpower, movement, and by extension, destruction. Because in order to move, you have to destroy. You have to destroy the calories in your body. You have to burn fuel if you want to drive a car. And if you're exercising, well, you're going to cause damage to your tendons and muscles. Being alive, you're going to age as you breathe in the oxygen and oxidize the particles and compounds in your body. So that's sort of step one of Mars, which I've already talked about quite a few times, but I figured I'd talk about one more time. Now, of course, I also mentioned how ambition can be both beneficial and dangerous. Ambition that is blind and unchecked, perhaps even out of touch with reality, can be dangerous. Now, of course, ambition, like any other kind of manifestation or any path of manifestation, is going to take the path of least resistance, typically. Ambition is sort of this, usually is going to be met by some kind of Saturnian presence, whether that be the criminal justice system, economic factors, finances, the physical body. Perhaps maybe you're just not genetically cut out for, say, sports, or you're not naturally talented for music or whatnot. Maybe you have some major disability. You have some facial deformity. And that can prevent you, it can not prevent you at least, but kind of get in your way of getting what you want. And so with that being said, ambition can be dangerous in the sense of, not in the sense of being destructive physically, or sort of having a lack of respect for boundaries. Because in this world and universe, we're all universally connected. We're all connected through some kind of divine consciousness and what you call the Christ consciousness. I have some stuff stuck in my throat, but whatever. With that being said, I need to stop saying that so much. The main problem with ambition is sort of the lust for results. Having this obsession and sort of lack of emotional stability, which can actually be counterproductive. Ambition is good, however, that ambition needs to be controlled, because after all, once again, ambition corresponds with Mars, and that's on the pillar of severity. You need that Saturn and Mercury element in order for ambition to work, particularly if your ambition is sort of going against the odds. If the odds are sort of stacked against you, per se, maybe in terms of money, you don't have the right connections, you don't have the best social skills, maybe you're not very physically attractive. There could be a variety of things that could be limiting to between you and your desires. There's some kind of limitation. So with that Geburah energy, you need the energy of Binah and Hod. Of course, if you want to connect that to the rest of the tree of life and get all the way down to Malkut, you're gonna have to work with the pillar of mercy and the middle pillar. After all, the pillar of mercy is the first pillar that's going to be touched after Keter, because it goes Keter, Hokmah, sometimes Dot, or just goes straight from Hokmah to Binah, depending on whether you want to include Dot or not. It's not really an actual Sephirot per se, so on and so forth. However, you go from Keter to Hokmah, Binah, Hesed, Geburah, and all the way down to Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and then Malkut. So, that's our tree of life. So that's kind of the main problem with ambition. It's not so much the physical, aggression and kind of lack of boundaries aspect of it, or even in terms of violence. It's not evil, because as we know, good and evil are subjective. As of say, judge not lest ye be judged. It's the will of God to sort of judge. And if you live in a society that's very vindictive and that has a lot of, you're dealing with people that have a vendetta, particularly those that may view you as a competition or sort of as a threat to their sense of superiority, well, you're going to get a little bit of Geburah action, pun intended. Geburah action, pun intended. Anyways, that'll be about it for this one. So there you go. Take care, and be successful. Peace out, and drink water.